In 2003, that's when you first started seriously doing music, you think?
Yeah, because like before that, I was doing it, but I was never in the studio. I was just like doing shit in school, like freestyling in the lunchroom, rapping on the block, shit like that.
Okay.
But in '03, that's when Full Force, I was cool with Bowlegged Lou, his son, and they were like, yo, they making a group. They had this other dude named 7 Up, and then they had Nikki, and it was like, yo, I think you would be a good piece of the puzzle. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
And that's when it started.
And that was the Hoodstars?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you grew up where?
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah, in Flatbush.
Okay. So, like by the time Full Force asked you to join the group, how long have you been kind of messing around with music and everything?
I've been into music like my whole life.
Right.
But
in
as far
terms
as
of
like,
writing, you know, I mean.
For other, like just writing in general, writing music for myself?
Exactly. By the time Full Force found you.
The first thing that inspired me to like want to do music was the Fushnikins.
Okay.
Hold on.
Bum skiddity, bum skiddity.
Hold on, I gotta take my grills out for this part, hold on. Yeah, when Chip Fu, he was like my favorite one. Him and Shaq. That Can We Rock?
Yeah.
What's up, Doc?
Doc?
I thought I
Can
saw
we
a
rock?
pretty cat. I did the Humpty Dumpty Bachelor Grumpy. Bigger than Mr. Crystal Kick. Come outside, figure it. They like Pinocchio notes. He wanted the Humpty Dumpty Campbell Hump Nose. So Peter Tito, Suffer, Second Dash, Lyrical Dog. So white. Yo, that right there.
Chip Fu.
When I heard that, I said,
Whew.
I want to be able to do that and say that. And that's why, like, even now when you hear like some of my stuff, you're gonna hear some stuff where like I'm rapping really fast. And it's like,
That's that Fushnikins.
yeah, it's like that kind of inspired me. Him and Busta Rhymes
Right.
and like Wayne and Ludacris,
Twister.
Twista. Like I love their style, and you know what I'm saying? And then as far as like the newer generation, you know, then I would have to say like Big Sean. Like I like him a lot.
Okay. So Full Force comes in the picture. They ask you to be in this group. And like who came up with the name Hoodstars? Was it already there, or was it just a group and then the name came later?
Nah, I think his son came up with it. I don't even remember where it came from, but yeah, his son came up with it. And then
Did you know, what was it, 7 Up?
Yeah. Did I know him when before that?
Yeah, did you know 7 Up and Nikki?
No.
No.
We all met like at that group. It's so crazy too, because it's just so crazy how like one thing in your life can alter your entire life, right?
Yeah.
Because
that one meeting.
Not even that. The high school that I was supposed to go to, right? I was supposed to go to Tilden High School. That was my zone school, but my mother was like, yo, I don't want you going to that school, because like back then that school was like really bad.
Okay.
So she did her schemes or whatever she did, whatever she had to do for me to get into Midwood High School.
Right.
And if she would have never did that, like the semester started and I was supposed to be in Tilden. If she would have never did that, I would have never met to Midwood High School. I would have never met him. The whole group thing would have never happened. And God knows where else, you know what I'm saying, all of this would have ended up. So it's just crazy.
So you got introduced to 7 Up and Nikki. And like, how was the chemistry in the beginning with all three of y'all?
It was fun. Like, we used to have a ball. Like, it was really genuinely fun. The internet didn't exist back then.
Right.
It was just making music, listening to our stuff, being in the studio all day, all night.
Right. And, you know, for those that don't know, Full Force is a real serious production crew.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they did like Britney Spears,
They did NSYNC.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
Like,
Boys.
they're responsible for hundreds of millions of albums.
What's the lady? Lisa, right?
Lisa, the Cult Jam. Yeah. They were in House Party.
Yeah, of course. That's what they're really known for.
They have you know, they have a very kind of interesting, you know, story. And, you know, I've worked with them before. They're really dope.
Yeah.
They're really, really dope.
And they're from Brooklyn.
So now you're thrown into this group. And what starts happening over the next few months?
Well, the next few years, we just started.
Next few years, okay.
Yeah. Because we were in the group for like a few years. We just was just working on stuff. Like, we didn't even like, people weren't making mixtapes and putting it out. We just were recording and we just were like trying to get deals. We used to have meetings. Well, we didn't have meetings. People would have meetings on our behalves, and we would pop up at the meetings and burst into office and be performing like in their office, like just out of the blue.
That was the plan.
Yo, that shit
We
is
go
crazy.
crash the meeting. We go perform.
Try to leave like an imprint, you know, but that ain't work. We never
Okay.
got a deal off of it, but you know, it was still fun to do.
So all the labels that were looking at y'all at the time all passed.
Yeah, but also too, you know, back then, you know, we weren't really on top of what was really, really going on, so we never ever really knew what really was happening as far as if anyone was interested or if anyone wasn't interested. We used to be doing showcases in the city a lot.
So Full Force was handling all the business
Yeah, they
side?
used to be setting up like doing showcases at SIR Studios, showcases at Sobe in Miami, stuff like that. But you know, nothing ever happened from it.
Okay. I mean, was there a point during that time when you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work out?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, cause during everything, like, we all like everyone was working in their own different way. You know, like 7up, he was hustling. Lou, he was working with his family, so his job was like that. But like me and Nikki, we had like jobs where like our jobs weren't on our schedule. We couldn't do whatever we wanted, and especially with me, I had like 27 jobs.
What
Like,
were you doing during that time?
That time, I think I was driving a school bus. So I was driving a school bus.
27 jobs, man.
Yeah,
like
I was
the Living Color skit, right? Like the Hey Man skit.
Yo, like my mother made me get my working papers at 14, and she had a hookup at McDonald's. Like I was 14 and I had a real job. I was like the only freshman in my school
With a job.
with a job.
So you were just juggling 27 jobs while trying to be a rapper.
At that time, I was doing I was a counselor at a YMCA
Okay.
in a summer camp. So that's what I was doing, and I was like a junior Knicks counselor, teaching kids how to play ball, shit like that.
Okay. So you were juggling jobs. 7up was hustling. But what was Nikki doing during this time?
I think she was working at like a telemarketing company.
Wow.
Where she had to like answer the
This
phones.
is all bottom of the barrel stuff here that y'all had to really do.
Yeah.
During that
No,
time.
she was at Red Lobster.
So you guys are working on the Hoodstars. You guys are doing showcases, everything else like that, but things aren't really coming together. So what happens next?
Me, like, it started to like kind of get in the way of what I was doing as far as just having a regular job and stuff like that. So I just was like, yo, I can't be messing up my definite job money and be doing this. So I just was like, yo, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So then I left the group.
You left first.
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point the group was 7up and Nikki?
It was 4 of us.
Oh wait, who's the fourth?
It was Bowlegged Lou's son.
Oh, okay. What was his name?
Louis.
Louis.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, but after that though, it's still, everybody kind of was at the same headspace. We just were all kind of like,
This isn't working.
I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because this was years had passed at this point.
Yeah, a couple.
2 years? 3 years?
Maybe like 3 years probably.
That's devotion.
Yeah,
Like,
probably
how many songs did you guys make during this time?
A lot.
100?
You said 100?
100 songs?
I wouldn't say 100, but yeah, it was a lot.
50 maybe.
Yeah.
What happens next?
That's when I think Full Force, I think that's when they had made like the conscious decision to just say, you know what, we'll just do Nikki as a solo.
Ah, okay.
So it was
And why did
something
they
like
make that decision?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if people were like behind the scenes, people were asking about her more, so maybe they knew something that we didn't, but that's just what, you know what I'm saying, what happened.
Okay. And how did you and the rest of the group feel about that?
I was cool with it. I was like really supportive of it. So everyone has seemed like they were supportive of it. Like nobody was mad or nothing like that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so Full Force signed Nicki Minaj to a solo deal.
No. There wasn't like no deal or nothing like that. They just were trying to shop.
Okay, it was because it was a production company.
Exactly.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So there was no paperwork during his time or anything, or?
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
I don't
Okay.
even know. I don't remember.
Was her name Nicki Minaj back then?
It was her real last name, Mirage.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Okay. So Full Force decides to focus on Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing during this time?
I was working and just helping out with whatever needed to be done.
With her?
Yeah, on her end, like with whatever
Okay.
had to be double with her.
And by that time, you guys have been working together for years.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But that ain't last too long though. Like,
No.
with that whole solo thing with them, that ain't last too long.
So how did the whole Nikki and Fendi thing come together?
I think through a mutual friend in Queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Fendi started putting her on the come up DVDs. And I remember there was like a buzz started to form. You know, I remember
Absolutely.
she started doing like, you know,
Yeah, that is when it
videos
started.
and everything. Mm-hmm. Okay. That started to happen, and then you guys were still working together at this time. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then what happened with that?
I don't even. It just, you know.
Went its way.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
went its way.
Because I remember at one point then she was with Brick Squad. Sort of.
Oh,
With Gucci
nah,
and,
not
and
really.
Deb.
It's because Deb was the manager.
Okay, so
That's
Deb
why.
came in and started
Yeah,
managing her.
yeah.
Okay.
So she was never like Brick Squad or nothing like that. She was always Young Money.
But she was with Deb before Young Money, right? Or was it kind of the same time, or
Yeah, yeah.
kind of the same time? Mm-hmm. Nikki starts to kind of buzz. How does your relationship kind of form at this point, you and her?
It was just always the same thing. I just was helping.
Okay.
Just you know, I just was the one who's always there.
Okay. Now, what do you guys like in the studio together in terms of like the process?
We just, you know, listen to music and just vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a collaborative effort? Do you guys kind of write together sometimes? Okay. So
She does her stuff.
yeah.
She does what she gotta do.
So as she started to kind of grow as an artist, how did you feel your role was? Because, you know, you were seriously pursuing your stuff. Did you kind of put your own stuff on side to kind of, you know, put your own stuff on the side to focus on her? Or were you still working on your stuff? Or
Nah, I wasn't working on my stuff at all.
Or why is that?
Just because it just seemed more sense to just put my all into something that was on its way up.
Okay.
So I didn't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make any sense. It wouldn't have made any sense.
But she was blowing up.
Yeah. So it's like, I could chill.
Right. And she's doing well. Were you an executive producer on any of her albums? Was it
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Which ones? All of them?
Yeah, all of them except for the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So executive producer, you had a lot of creative input.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, why do you think that being an executive producer and seeing these type of projects come out, what do you think sort of made the magic and made kind of people connect to what you guys were really working on?
It just was genuine, that's why. It's like when you're doing something and it's just genuine and you're having fun doing it, the best is gonna come out of it.